My name is Claudia Fruin. I'm a pediatrician in Salt Lake City, and in 2013 was involved in starting a safe gun storage campaign called Bulletproof Kids, with the goal of trying to promote safe storage to prevent youth suicide and accidental injury. I had been serving in a leadership position at the Utah American Academy of Pediatrics, and Sandy Hook happened. December of 2012, and I think we were at a meeting and everybody was just devastated, and I just thought we have to do something. And so I just started thinking, what could we possibly do in our state that would be non-controversial? And because I knew the laws weren't going to change, is that we would promote storage, because I couldn't see that it had been done on any kind of really a broad scale in the past. So that was really the goal. In the pediatric community, it really helped, give them a resource, a local resource, and made them not as afraid to talk about gun safety. And I, was able to give them posters and such for their office, and as mentioned, the resources and gun locks. And I think it totally made a difference in our community, and opened the conversation. Suicide is the number one cause of death in children. Those are kids who should have no access to a weapon, in my mind. Having been a pediatrician and having depressed kids come in, one of the things you're supposed to ask, or I would ask, would be, are there guns in the home? Do you know how to get to them? And yeah, the answer would always be yeah. The most important thing to me would be strengthening our child access prevention laws by making a person criminally negligent if their child gets access to a gun and something bad happens, like someone gets killed or injured because of their negligence. That would be the most important thing would happen, because I feel like even with youth suicides, that probably 75 or 80% of those would be prevented by making sure your child could not get access to a gun, period. So to me, that's something universal background checks and all that are talked about all the time. But for me as a pediatrician, no child should ever have access to a gun, period, for any reason. And if I could make parents do a better job by the idea that they know that if something bad happened, you don't have to lock your guns safely, but if something bad happens, you will be held responsible.